Misty and them, it freaked them the fuck out because they feel stuff on a lower level. And most of you know what I'm talking about. It's a lower plane kind of feeling. Me, I'm all over the place. I'm wherever spirit guides me, because as a healer, nothing really negative comes toward me. There's nothing negative at the house, but there's different energies. There's non-human entities there. Okay, let's just say it that way. More elemental, very old energies. So when we went into the deprivation, it was so cool because the lights wasn't even out yet, and I couldn't hear shit, I couldn't see shit, and I was started right away picking up on stuff. And the only person in the room with me was Matt, one of the scientific guys from the paranormal team. So he sorry, I got sidetracked. So I can't look at I'm on this live and people are commenting, I'm trying not to look at it. But he really sit there and he asked me questions, which was really cool. But get this, one of the guys, and he was new to the Nickerson Sneed, didn't know shit about the Nickerson Sneed, and we put him under the deprivation, and we said, what are you feeling? Let us know if you're going to feel any. Do you sit there and you just be in the zone? And he picked up on one of the spirits in the house, and he don't even claim to be psychic or sensitive at all. And we all sit there and looked at each other. So there's new things to be incorporated into the paranormal, but it's just not about scientific. Who cares? Everybody that knows in the paranormal, who's been in there forever, knows that only your personal experiences are your personal experiences.
Exactly.
You can't make people believe.
Exactly. I mean, you and I could stand, and I've done this experiment. I mean, I look at the spiritual side, I look at the science side, and you need to be a skeptic too. You need to go in, and you need to have all three of those. And the funny thing is I did an experiment at the White Hill Mansion where Paul Dixon, smoldering, and I stood on the stairway, both with EVP recorders, and took turns asking questions in 20-second intervals.
Right.
I got my answers were on his recorder. His answers were on my recorder.
Right. Yeah.
And
it's amazing. I mean, and this is the thing. Everybody thinks that they're not psychic, but the truth of it is, everybody is touched, and it is the truth. But some people don't need to know that.
I say that all the time. I say everybody has psychic abilities. It's just like singing. Some people are Stevie Nicks. Others should do it alone in the shower when nobody's home.
That's me and Holly. Holly, Stevie Nicks. I should sing in the
shower. But everybody has a voice. So, and psychic abilities are the same thing. It's how we develop them, how we train, how we get to use them.
Yep.
And the more we use them, the more incredible things you can do.
Absolutely.
With those psychic abilities.
Not stuck. This is the thing. You're right, Bill. Me and you's hooking up right now. Listen, it's true, and I've preached this so many times. You are not just this. So many people told me, and this, me and Rhonda's had this conversation. So Rhonda does Reiki. She's a Reiki master. I'm not drawn to Reiki at all. When I started this, it all just started pouring in on me. I'm very, very spirit-led in this healing thing I've got going on. So I'm like, what's going on? How do I do this? Are they a right way to do this? Well, my good friend Christopher Coyote Sutton, I love him to death. I talked to him and, kind of got advice from him, but I know I'm not easily swayed a certain way. So if Spirit's giving me a no-go, I know that's not right for me. Reiki was not right for me. So for me, it was just let Spirit lead. This is how I work, and it's a beautiful thing. Why do we have to have labels on everything? It's crazy that you would have to try to put someone and say, oh, she's clairaudient. Well, no, she's so much more if she would grow on it.
Exactly. I mean, and that's it. You just have to, first step is, is believing in yourself and believing in your abilities. And, you brought up dowsing rods and brought up spirit boards and things of that nature. Those are all great tools. I love dowsing rods. I love my dowsing rods. Chris loves using a pendulum.
Yeah.
I didn't used to. I did not used to like using the pendulum. I didn't feel connected to it. But I use a pendulum in my healing sessions when I'm clearing out the chakras and clearing out energy and checking the chakras. And I love it. I've connected with one my good friend sent me, and it's a lapis lazuli, and I love it. And I just connected with it. So me and my little pendulum, I love it, little buddy. But and I'm a crystal whore too. I love crystals. But we got the chance to come up there to you guys' shop, which was awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Got to put you back in there somewhere.
But and even using spirit boards or Ouija boards or anything else, I mean, they're just a tool. They're a divinatory tool, and well, let's go back. We talked about intent earlier. It's whatever your intent is what you're going to get out of it.
Exactly. Yep. And this is the same thing. I've worked with clients that have been sitting for days and days and days using an audio recorder trying to get activity and communicate, and they just made their situation worse. And and that's the thing about it. Ghost, even the ghost box and all this. I mean, if you sit there all day and you're on that Ouija board or whatever you're playing with, you're just going to keep. And if you don't know what you're doing, let me put that on there. If you don't know what you're doing or dealing with, then expect whatever to come out of it. You can be playing with the Ouija board for a good year and nothing happened to you, and that's why we use it, and I'm comfortable with it because we know how to properly use it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is
Yes.
a tool of you.
It's a tool.
I've been using it since I was 19. So many people, when I first brought the board in and started using it, for so many people it was like, oh, I don't know, I've heard bad things about that, and I'm like, no, it's how you use it. It's what you put into it. If you are at the board and you're positive, you're in a good spot, you're not in a bad place, you only want to connect with positive energy, that's what's going to come through. But if you're a negative person and you're in a bad place and you want to connect with negative energy, that's what's going to come through. It's the intent on the board. Now, all the people that was so afraid of the board to start with absolutely love it.
And so many people sit down with the board, and the one, especially, bad experiences, are sitting there going, is anybody here with us? You know what? Have someone specific in mind. You don't want walking going, is anybody here? Because now you're just opening up for trouble, for any spirit to come through. And, it's all in how you use it. Follow the rules. Know what you're doing. Don't do it alone. Whenever you do divination, especially with a Ouija board or so many things, it's always best to have someone around to pull you out if you get in trouble.
Yeah. I've got a few questions over here. Candy from the live wants to know, when y'all say spirit led, what spirit do you use? Okay, so this is my take on it, guys. I'm not religious at all. I don't do religion at all. I actually am very spiritual, and I incorporate different aspects that I feel that I'm led to. So spirit to me is, I guess, would be your God or your goddess or whoever.
Higher power.
A higher power. I'm very, very earth drawn too, and I don't know why I'm an air sign, but who knows? I'm very earth drawn, and it's weird because the girls, which Misty, if she was here, she'd be giving me shit about my Native American love. I love the
drums and flutes.
I love the flute and drums, man. No, that's something cool though. In the Akashic Records, they showed me that I was Native American in my past life, and I've had a few experiences in meditation with it. But I also wanted to bring up real quick, guys, if you don't care, about the Connor sisters and Kelly. I do want to talk about them because they're not able to make it with us tonight. And the Connor sisters are amazing. They are tarot card readers. They do scrying. They are very, very talented girls. Misty and them started out in the paranormal with the Sisters of Salem, and they still have that. They have a podcast as well. They do a lot of stuff in the spiritual now, as to before. They were more strictly scientific, because at one time they was part of a group that they wouldn't have anything spiritual at all. It was all about I see you, Misty. Hello, she's in chat. That damn flute girl. Oh, and Al over here. Here's another one. He wants to know, is naked ghost hunting a thing? Al was one of the ones with SRS Paranormal this past weekend, and we broke him in.
Naked ghost hunting. My thoughts on that is that's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard of. Just for the simple fact that, you know what, when we're on an investigation, we're going into areas, we're walking around in the dark. Sometimes we're going into crawl spaces. Sometimes it's dirty. There's hidden obstacles, and the last thing I want to do is get something caught on a stray nail or spider webs up where they should not be.
Let me tell you. Well, then we probably shouldn't have experimented. Oh no! Damn! Oh gosh, it's so great.
Hey, go right now, Holly.
And what was that thought, Holly?
Damn it! Why you gonna do that to me, Bill?
Because I promised you I would do that for you.
Well, I just want to tell y'all something. We probably shouldn't have done that experiment this past weekend where we done that naked ghost hunting. Shit! No, but seriously, I wanted to finish up about the girls because they have come a long way. We're still trying to grab Misty out of that damn closet. You know, she's almost there. She's half bodied out. But you know what? It goes back to, and we've discussed this, people don't have to have a label. I don't look at someone and say, you're a religion, you are this or that. I feel people's energies, and that's what it's about. But the girls are awesome. Kelly, she does a lot of stuff too. That yeah, she's a wrangler, man. She is tries to keep us in line on time, which is very hard because Mitty over there. That's what her name is now. That's her alter ego, Mitty. She's hard to keep in line because it takes her about good 3 hours to get ready.
Takes her 3 hours to get ready? Yeah. Takes me about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it depends on whether we're filming or not.
Yeah.
If we're filming, it takes a hell of a lot longer.
If
there's gonna be no camera, it's a ponytail and sweats. No makeup, hair, legs aren't shaved, nothing. Yeah, it's just.
You don't want to rub against the grain on these babies.
I have never shaved my legs for an investigation, whether we were filming or not.
Oh, you're so full of shit.
Hi, Chris in chat. That's my man right there. He's from Iowa.
You know, you're doing such wonderful things at the house, which definitely, you're not going to be far from where we are. We're going to be at Ferry.
What?
Yeah, we're at Ferry July for Friday the 13th in July.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
We're going to be there too. We got some news to tell you guys.
You're going to be at Ferry too?
Not in July. We actually are going to their Paracon in September. We'll be doing a special event on Friday.
Awesome.
For the Southern Gypsies, and then Saturday we'll be setting up and reading and speaking at the Ferry Plantation. I love Heather.
Oh, Heather is awesome.
God, love Heather. She's a sweetheart.
She's a sweetie.
Heather better send us an invitation to the thing in September.
Yes. Because we're para buddies now, or whatever.
I'd love to speak.
Spirit buddies. Spirit tribe buddies.
Teach a class at the house.
Okay. So we do, like, people keeps asking me over here on this side what our announcement is. Is it okay if I announce something on your show?
Would you like a drum roll, or would you like a flute lead in?
No drums. No drums.
I have a drum.
No drums, please.
Oh, God. I don't know if I can make that announcement with that music going.
Big announcement. And you heard it here on Paranormal Collaboration before you heard it anywhere else.
All right, so the Southern Gypsies will be guest speakers